The warm late afternoon sun slipped through the large glass window of the mall, spilling across the polished folder. It was busy but not overcrowded, just the usual hum of shopping families and their pets, couples holding hands, and kids running around. Tehong was one of those people waving the crowd, his arms full of sample boards, fabric sheets, and a large portfolio bag. It had been running all morning for the event company he worked with. His boss had reminded him again that this client was extremely important. If you do well, this project will give you recognition, so don't mess it up. Tiang humped under his breath as he adjusted back on his shoulders. Tiang, yeah, don't mess it up. Easy for him to stay when he is not the one running around. He finally reached the accelerator and stepped on, tried to balance the heavy folder in his arms. His curly brown hair fell into his eyes, and he blew it away with a hug. At the bottom of the accelerator, someone was walking fast, head down, earphones plugged in his eyes. The folder slipped from Tehang's arm. Papers scratched across the floor like leaves. His fabric stretched around near shoot under the one of sticking away fully at the woman's handbag. Tehang shocked. Yeah, watch. Where are you going? The man had bumped into Blink, pulling his earphone out. He had sharp features, a couple lower his headphone and hoodie. His eyes widened slightly before narrowing. Tehung, you were the one not looking properly. Don't blame me. Tehung bent down, faintly collecting his paper. Tehung, unbearable. My whole day ruined because of someone careless guy. Chunk connect voice from careless? You were holding enough stuff to block your own view. Maybe learn to balance first. Tehang looked up, glaring at him. Tehang, excuse me? You walk straight into me with your eyes glued to your phone. Jungkook is smirking, picking up one of the and flip it in between his fingers. Jungkook, what even is this? Fancy color cloth? Are you a tailor or something? Tehang snatched it from his hand. Tehang irritated. It's none of your business. And it's called fabric switch, not cloth. Don't touch. Don't touch things you don't understand, okay? Jungkook teasing. Wow, so touchy, huh? You really think highly of your little papers? Tehang jaw clenched. He shoved everything back into his folder, mumbling somewhat under his breath. He stood up, brushing off his cloth. Tehang, I don't have time for this, okay? Just stay out of my way next time. He walked out quickly, not even glancing back. Later that evening, Tehang collapsed into his bed. His small apartment was filled with sticky notes and stickers on the walls, rolls of fabric standing in corners, and his laptop open on the desk. Tehang to himself, oh, what a day. First and all morning, and then that guy. His phone buzzed. A message from his boss popped up. Be at the Kang residence tomorrow by 8 a.m. sharp. You are leading the event preparation from now. This is the family I told you about. Don't mess it up. Tehung stared at the screen. Tehung, residence, big client, okay? Tehung focused, just focus. He tried to sleep, thought his mind kept replaying the argument in the mall. The nerve of that guy, the arrogance in his throat, his smirk, his face, he grinned all over. Tehang mumbling, hopefully, I'll never see him again, but fate had other plans. The next morning, Tehang at the mansion at the modern with tall gates, folded and perfectly measured garden. He stared up in the way before adjusting his tie and closing his folders inside the staff welcomed him and guided him towards the main hall, where the upcoming grand party was to be held. He was stating up his notes on the long dining table. Footstep echo, a voice escaped behind him, casual yet commanding voice. So, you are the event organizer. Tehang turned around slowly, his eyes widened, his jaw tightened. Oh, it was him, the guy from the mall. Hoodie and cap replaced by the crisp black shirt, perfectly styled hair, and an aura that screamed money. Tehang whispered, "No way!" Jungkook raised an eyebrow, clearly recognized him. Too, a slow smirk tugged at his lips. Jungkook, oh, wow. We meet again. Case fate, like jokers. Tehang blinked, tried to steady his voice. Tehang, you live here? Jungkook, correction. I want this place, or at least part of it. This is my family house, okay? Tehang's throat went dry. He looked at the table, his folder, then back at Jungkook. Tehang mumbling, of all people. Then Jungkook leaning against the table smirked. So, you are the one in charge of planning our big event, a dollar turn organization, huh? Tehang snapping, I am not a tailor, and yes, I am your event organizer, which means we all have to work together. So try not to mess it up like you don't did at the mall. Jungkook clutched softly, clearly enjoying this. Jungkook, oh, this is going to be fun. The day stretched on with endless planning. Decoration, themes, menu, selection, get list. Tehang tried his best to stay professional, but Jungkook kept hovering around, throwing in a remark and a smirk. Tehang sighed, flipping his note. You can please stop staring at me and actually give input. Jungkook, I'm not giving input. I said the gold themes looks tacky, go with blanket and silver. Tehang, black and silver. They glanced each other, neither willing to back down. But when Jungkook's phone rang and he stepped away to answer, Taehyung touched himself watching him, the way his voice softened when he spoke to his mother, the way his eyes, which seemed cold a moment ago, became gentle. Taehyung quickly looked away, scolding himself, Taehyung whispering, Don't, don't even think about it. By evening, Taehyung packed his things. Exhausted, he rubbed his temper, preparing to leave. Jungkook walking closer. Jungkook walking up casual. You did well today, not bad. For someone who almost had a meltdown in the mall, then narrowing his eyes, then, oh, don't remind me and don't act like you were not at fault too. Jungkook smiled slightly. Maybe, but if I hadn't bumped into you, today would be been boring. The words lingered in the air, unexpected. They hung blinking, caught off guard. He turned away quickly, gripping his forehead tighter. They hung, oh, see you tomorrow. As he walked out of the mansion, Jungkook watched him go. His smile faded into something soft. The evening bus followed Taehyung as he stepped out of the mansion. He let out a breath. He didn't realize he was holding the folder was heavy in his hands, but not as heavy as the weight of in his chest. Then thinking, why him out of all the people in the world? Why does it have to be him? He shook his head and walked faster, eager to get home. The next morning, Young arrived at the mansion again. His nervous tingled just at the thought of facing Jungkook. But he told himself to stay professional. It was his job. He couldn't let a silly mall fight ruin it. Inside the stove were already bursting flower arriving in tall crate boxes of decoration lined the hallway and Jeeves rushed past carrying tray. Taehyung set his things down at the beginning soften the plan. Taehyung to himself flipping page. Okay, seating arrangement, lighting, stage designing, just focus, work first, editation later. But editation didn't wait. Jungkook from behind. Oh, you are here early. Try to impress me. Taehyung frozen for a second, then slowly turned around. Jungkook stood there in casual clothes, hair slightly messy, sipping from a mug. The sight annoyed Taehyung more than it should. Taehyung, oh, I'm here early because I have work, unlike you. Some of us don't have the luxury to stroll in the late with office. Jungkook smarted coffee in instant. Oh, you should try it. Maybe it makes it or make you less grumpy. Taehyung rolled his eyes. Oh, I'm not grumpy. I'm professional. Jungkook, oh, professional? You sound like you want the me every time I speak. Think fluttery. Oh, maybe I do. Jungkook chuckles, setting his mug on the table. Oh, you are run. You are fun. I like this. Taehyung blink. Taehyung fun? We are walking, not playing. Jungkook lean closer, teasing. Who say I can't enjoy both? Taehyung ear burned, but he quickly turned back to his papers. Taehyung, just sit down if you are going to be here, and for once actually help. The hour passed with constant baking, Jungkook instant on sleep. Modern style, they argue for classic energy. They discuss on the music, on flower colors, even on the placement of chairs, but strongly admitted the fight. There were moments of laughter when Tehang accidentally dropped a pen and it rolled under the table. Jungkook bent down at the same time, bumping their head together. Tehang rubbing his forehead. Oh, are you trying to me? Jungkook laughing. You are so dramatic. It was just a bump. Tehang, a bump? That hurt. Jungkook want me to eat better. Tehang's cheeks heated. He shut up quickly, ignoring Jungkook's grin. Later, when they tried to test the lighting, the switchboard plugging them into sudden darkness, Tehang gasped, clutching his shoulder. Jungkook hesitated. Jungkook teasing in a desk. Scared? Thang, no. I just was not ready. Don't say things like that. When the light flickered back, Jungkook was watching him with a soft smile instead of his usual smile. Taehyung looked away immediately, pretending to read his note. At the lunch, the staff served them sandwich. Taehyung sat quietly munching his food while Jungkook leaned back, sipping another coffee. Jungkook, so tell me, why event organizing? You don't look like someone. After a pause, because I like creating mentions, memories, moments, memories people won't forget. It's meaningful. Jungkook titled his age, studying him. Jungkook, didn't expect that. What did you expect? Then I do it for money. Jungkook, maybe. Most people do. Well, not me. For a second, their eyes held. Jungkook's sharp gaze engaged Taehyung's steady one. Something unspoken passed between them before Taehyung quickly looked down at his sandwich. The afternoon dragged on with more planning. At one point, Taehyung needed to check the decoration stored in the back room. He paused, the door open, stepping into the dim space filled with boxes. Jungkook following, leaning against the wall casually. As Taehyung reached to pull a box from the shelf, it wobbled and dangerously. Taehyung panicking. Oh no! Before it could fall, Jungkook hand shot out, steadied the box. His other hand instinctively rested on Taehyung's back for the heartboard, the frozen. Taehyung could feel the warmth of Jungkook's palm against him. Jungkook breathed his ears. The world felt too quiet, the air too heavy. Taehyung softly, I had it under control. Jungkook whispered, assume, sure, you did. Taehyung stepped back quickly, clutching the box to his face burned. Taehyung, thank you. Uh, now go away. Jungkook checked walking past him. Jungkook, you are cute when you fled. Taehyung had escaped, but he refused to respond. That evening, as the sun deepened, they wrapped up for the day. Taehyung was exhausted, but strongly he packed his folders and prepared to leave when Jungkook suddenly spoke. Jungkook, hey! Taehyung turned. Jungkook stood by the window, hand in his pocket, eyes on the fading sky. Jungkook quickly, you did good today. I know. I tease a lot. But I can tell you care about this. Taehyung blinked, caught off guard by their sincerity. Taehyung, thanks. I just want to be perfect. Jungkook looking at him now. It will because you are handing it. The silence stretched. Taehyung's chest felt tightened, his heart beating faster than he liked. Taehyung breaking eye contact. I said go. See you tomorrow. He hurried up, his footsteps echoed the hall. Jungkook steady by the window, watching the last bit of sunlight fade. A small smile tugged at his lips. Jungkook to himself, interesting indeed. That night Taehyung lay awake in his bed, staring at the ceiling. Taehyung thinking, why? Why is he like this? One moment he is impossible, the next he is kind. Why am I even thinking about him? He tossed and turned, hugging the pillow tight. No matter how much he tried to push the thoughts away, Jungkook's teasing voice and soft gaze kept replaying in his mind. Taehyung touched again, pulling his blanket over his head. Sleep wasn't coming even every time he closed his eyes. All he could see was Jungkook, that faint smile by the window, the quiet way he had said, because you are handling it. Then thinking, why? Why does he have to say things like that? He rolled his side, hugging the pillow tighter, his heart raced against his chest. He hated to admit it, but something about Jungkook was breaking down his walls little by little. Next morning was the day of the grand event. The mansion buzzed like staff rushing around, decorator finished the hall, cheap preparing food, the calendar light above the long table already dressed in gold and white. Taehyung arrived early, his eyes scanning every detail, his chest swelled with mix of nervous and pride. Taehyung to himself, finally it's happening, the biggest event of my career. Don't mess up this. He gave an order to staff, check the flower arrangements, the stage, the sound system. Everything had to be perfect. Then come the footstep. He already recognized Jungkook. Wow, you are everywhere like a general commanding an army. Taehyung sighed, not even looking at him. Taehyung, and you are always convincingly showing up when I last need you. Jungkook chuckled, showing his hand. Taehyung sighed, not even looking at him. Taehyung, and you are always convincing slowly up when I Let's need you, Jungkook chuckled, showing his hand and his pockets. Jungkook, you look different today, more serious. It's Taehyung, don't distract me. Just stay out of the way until gates arrive. Jungkook is smirking. Can't promise that. As the evening approached, gates start arriving. Well, families, business partners, societies. The mansion glitter with loud music and changing glass clicking. Taehyung stayed on his feet, spreading serve, adjusting little details, forcing a polite smile. Even thought he nervous were phrasing from across the room. Jungkook watched him surrounded by people. Taehyung looked radiant, confident, and gentle, moving with purpose. Something tuggled in Jungkook's chest. His mother approached, placing a hand on his arms. Mrs. Kang, isn't he doing well? Such dedication. You should thank him later, Jungkook. Taehyung noticed eyes still falling. Taehyung, Jungkook quietly, yeah, I will. An hour into the event, Taehyung stepped outside to the balcony for a breath to fresh air. The cold night air pressed against his face, calming his racing heart. He leaned on the railing, staring at the garden light below. Taehyung thinking, just one moment to breathe. You can do this, Taehyung. Footsteps followed. He didn't need to turn to know who it was. Jungkook hiding. Taehyung said, "No, not hiding, just breathing." Jungkook came to stand beside him, hands in his pockets. The silence stretched, but it wasn't uncomfortable. Jungkook, you did good. Everyone enjoying themselves. My parents are happy. Taehyung, that's good to hear. Jungkook softly, you should be proud. Taehyung glancing at him. For once, there was no teasing in Jungkook's expression, just sincerity. His heart gave a painful thump. Taehyung quietly, why are you being nice suddenly? Jungkook smiled faintly. Because I won't be. The word lingered. Taehyung quickly looked away. His ears turning pink. A sudden cheers inside. The music grew louder. Guests were dancing, clapping, enjoying. Jungkook back at the hall. Then at Taehyung again. Jungkook, come on. You work so hard, you should enjoy it too. Taehyung confused. Enjoy? How? Jungkook holding out his hand. Dance with me. Taehyung eyes widened. What? Are you crazy? I'm walking. Jungkook teasing. For once, let's go. Just for one song. Taehyung stared at his hand. His heart pounded slowly, hesitantly. He placed his hand in Jungkook. Jungkook's grip was firm and gentle as he held him back. Inside, guest hair formed a circle coupled to the soft music. Some glanced at them, but Jungkook didn't care. He placed one hand on Taehyung's waist, the other holding his hand. Taehyung nervous. I don't know how to. Jungkook whispered, just follow me. They moved slowly. Taehyung stumbled at first, but Jungkook steadying him. Their eyes met. The world seems to blur around them. Taehyung softly, why are you doing this? Jungkook whispering back, because I can't stop thinking about you. Taehyung breathed curse, his lips parted, but no words came. The song ended filled the hall, then quickly pulled away, his cheeks burning. He mumbled something about checking the kitchen and sleeping outside again, this time to the quiet garden. Jungkook followed a moment later, finding him by the fountain. He mumbled something about checking the kitchen and slept outside again. Jungkook gently, oh, you keep running away, Taehyung, because you say ridiculous things. You confess me. Jungkook, maybe I should make it clear then. He stepped closer, his eyes never left Taehyung. Jungkook, from the moment we fight in the mall, you've been on my mind. At first, I thought it was just a nonsense, but the more I saw you, the more I realized it's not a nonsense at all. The heart raced, his voice trembling. Then, oh, Jungkook. Jungkook softly, almost pleading. Oh, then I like you more than I should, and I don't want to stop. Hung stared at him, every emotion scurrying inside. The wrongness, the teasing, the sincerity, the kindness. Slowly his lips curled into faint smile. They hung quietly. I like you too. Jungkook eyes widened slightly, then softened into the warmest gaze Taehyung had ever seen. Jungkook whispering, say that again? Taehyung smiled sadly. I like you too. The space between them disappeared. Jungkook leaned in, his hand brushing Taehyung's cheeks. Their mate, slow, filled with everything they had said before. Taehyung melted it, his finger clutching Jungkook. Jungkook pulled him closer, him like he'd been waiting forever. When they finally broke apart, both breathless, rested his forehead against Taehyung. Taehyung, Jungkook softly told you this was going to be fun. Taehyung laughed quietly, his heart full. Taehyung, oh, you are such a troublemaker. Jungkook grinned, but now I am your troublemaker. Taehyung rolled his eyes, but didn't pull away. The fountain softly beside them, the stars glowing above the party light from the mansion, and for the first time since that massive fight into the mall, everything felt right.